All right, guys, today we are talking Sociology 4.3, which asks that you analyze how the primary socializing agents, what kind of impact they have, right? And we are focusing on gender. All right, so this socialization starts from the moment you're born, right? Chances are when you were first born, everybody who came to visit you gave you these characteristics. You are a big, strong boy. You are a cute little girl, right? When in all reality, you are the exact same. All right, it's important to remember that socialization, we are talking about what is in your head, okay? So gender, we're going to talk about a couple terms here, but gender is in your brain, not in your biological parts. All right, we'll talk about some of the most common, such as colors, okay? Do I wear blue because I'm a boy, or am I a boy because I wear blue? What do you think? All right, a couple terms I need you to be aware of. First is that sex is the biological distinction. So we are talking body parts, we are talking about chromosomes, all right? Gender is then your behavioral or psychological traits. There is a couple things to note about gender, that it is a spectrum, so range of expressions. It's how you relate to yourself. No one gets to tell you that your gender is wrong. All right, there's gender identity, okay? So it's how do you personally identify your awareness? And then there's gender expression, right? Which is a sliding scale. We use the BEM survey in class, but the way in which we express ourselves on a scale from how masculine to how feminine. And that's very fluid. It's going to change in different situations. All right, and then making sure that we're comfortable. Then there's another term, okay, that then sexuality is something different, okay? So this is talking about sexual attraction, all right? Something just to note that then sex, gender identity, gender expression, and sexuality are different things. All right, I have a question for you. If Riley is active, independent, competitive, and aggressive, is Riley a male or a female? Most of you probably thought that Riley was male. All right, because although Riley is a common name for both males and females, the adjectives that I use to describe Riley are commonly associated with men rather than women. It's how they've been socialized. All right, some of how that came to be. When you guys were very little, all right, from 0 to roughly 2.5, all right, you begin to recognize gender and pick up some early gender stereotypes. Then as you were first entering preschool, kindergarten, all right, you begin to stereotype even more, okay? Stereotyping interests, activities, occupations, and this becomes a little more rigid, right? Then throughout elementary school, gender stereotyping and personality traits and achievement domains emerge, right? And then once you hit junior high, intolerance of cross-sex mannerisms begin to increase. All right, so let's talk about how this impacts you. All right, so we said that socialization happens because of the media, family, peers, and education. All right, so throughout the 20th century, and to a great extent still today, representations of gender in the media have reflected and caused a hegemonic reality of patriarchy. All right, now, movies, magazines, okay, that's going to be the media. But if you're talking about being exposed to it at school, then we can include education. If we're talking about something that your parents bought for you, exposed you, let you watch, then we can also include the family. The family is generally seen as the primary socializing agent, right? And media then being a key role in teaching and reinforcing these cultural expectations. All right, so what did your parents let you watch? All right, men are given the role, okay, of being central in the world of employment, responsible breadwinners, head of the household, right? And this is shown in your cartoons that you watched, movies that you're exposed to. Maybe it's even what are the positions that your family, what role did your parents take? What jobs did they pursue? Masculinity is given traits like independent, individualistic. Somebody that's a good man that should be strong-minded. Right? Whereas femininity, right, is more domesticated, talking about being at home. being more maternal, caring, emotional, supportive. Normal women place then higher values on personal relationships. That would be the peers, gossip, latest fashion. That's going to show up again in peers, in the media. Right? Women are often taught to be subordinate or inferior. Right? As well as all the characteristics mentioned, there are also many expectations that women are portrayed as being slightly less, having less intrinsic worth than men. Right? Women are even in the media symbolically annihilated, all right, meaning that they're underreported, condemned, trivialized, often seen as objects as opposed to people. All right, so let's take a look at a couple. If I asked you to analyze Bic's campaign, this is a few years back, for Women's Day, look like a girl, act like a lady, think like a man, work like a boss. It's not enough. All right, your socialization happening here, although this is in recent years, okay, still gives us a lot of those traditional socialization, right? Expectations of women that are limiting. And here's one for men. So Carl's Jr., right, fast food chain, she'll tell you that size doesn't matter, but she is lying, right? It's gonna get messy. There's a message here, right, for men, okay? Talking about size, okay? There's some sexual innuendos in here, right? Implying that, right, that sex should be something desired, something that there's an expectation that you look a certain way, right? We're going to talk about more examples in class, right?